Hi everyone, this is Jen from eBooks and Bargains, and I finally have gotten my stuff together so that I can show you what sold in January. We'll start with this cross stitch pattern, and it sold for $7. Christmas ornament that I bought at an after clearance sale, not this past Christmas, but the year before. And I think I paid 75 cents or a dollar for it, and it sold for $15. And I found out that the Steelers were in the playoffs when my Steeler ornaments started selling, so that was kind of fun. This is one of the hats that I bought in the bulk lot that was like 8 cents or 10 cents each, and it sold for $10. And one of the interesting things was when I went to put in New Orleans in a used hat, eBay was trying to tell me that I had conflicting, like, that I was saying it was new and used, and that they needed me to check that. So I just thought that was interesting. For these Martinsburg, West Virginia ornaments, I had bought several of them at 50 cents each, and I had a buyer interested in multiples, and we came to an agreement, and I believe that it was around $9 each was what we settled on. But he did buy multiples, so that meant that I could ship them all together, and that made it easier for me. This is another one of the Christmas ornaments that he bought, and this is of the Belle Boyd house in Martinsburg, West Virginia, and Belle Boyd was a Confederate spy. This is a vintage lucite or acrylic napkin holder from probably the 1960s. I believe I paid a quarter for it at a yard sale a couple of years ago. It was in one of my just boxes of stuff that I hadn't got around to listing. And it sold almost immediately once I listed it. And it sold for best offer of $20. And the buyer said that they often buy these on eBay, but a number of them arrive broken, and the best way to ship them is to put cardboard in between where, like, you would put the napkins and, make it tight. And that's what I did, and I had no problem at all shipping it. Now, this is the problem that I had shipping this last month. I had just been joking around with one of my postal workers on Facebook saying how good the postal service was, and they had never broken any item I had ever shipped. Well, as soon as I say that, something's gonna break. And it was this item. It was a 1991 International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers coffee mug from St. Louis, Missouri, and I paid somewhere between 49 cents and $1.29. The thrift shop that I bought it at varies their prices on mugs depending on how valuable they think they are. So I didn't pay much for it, and it sold for $40. Thankfully, it was insured, so I didn't get the shipping back, but I did get the price of the item back from the Postal Service. And the lady that I sent it to said that it was of no fault of my own that it broke because it was very well packed. So, yes, now I've had my very first item break during shipment. And I've been selling for 18 years. So this is kind of a big thing, This was not this was not expected. So yeah, now I know what to do if an item breaks. I sold a number of these during January. They are 2-pound, 1-ounce bags of candy cane Hershey's Kisses. I bought a number of Christmas candies during the after Christmas sales, and this was one of them. And I believe I paid $3 a bag for these, and I've been selling them in the $20 range, buyer pays shipping. This is a 1970s Christmas wall hanging that somebody made. Um, I paid, I believe, 50 cents for it at a junk store, and it sold with best offer for I believe it was $20, but you can tell somebody put a lot of work into this, and I mean, I like it. It's very 1970s. I love 1970s Christmas decorations. I think they're the best ever. Um, so yeah, this was a good find. This is an item that my husband picked up at a junk store. I would not have bought it myself. It was $2.49. It sold on best offer or on sale or something, and I believe it sold in the $9 range, but got my money back, made a little bit, know not to pick one of these up again. I made another sale of the tilt ball puzzle games from the funeral home from around Pittsburgh. I have no idea why a home gave out these little games, but they did, and they're obviously vintage, and I've been selling them. I still have some more, so if you would like to buy some, come over to my store. I think I sold these for $8 plus shipping. This was another one of my Pittsburgh Steeler Christmas ornaments that I bought after Christmas 2014. Um, I believe I paid 75 cents for this or 50 cents, I'm not sure. And I did take a best offer on it, and I believe I took a best offer of $8. And I did have multiples, and they bought all of them. And I had this buyer that bought a whole bunch of Pittsburgh Steeler ornaments, and I gave him a good price because it was nice to see them all go to one person and made things easier for me. Well, look what it is. It's another Pittsburgh Steelers Christmas ornament. These I paid 50 cents each for. That was after Christmas of 2014. And I had 12 of them, and somebody sent me an offer for $60, and I accepted it. So I actually sold these at $5 each, which is not a huge profit, but they all went to the same person, and it was a very easy sale, so I was very happy with it. This was my lowest sale of the month. It's a Coldwell Banker Special Olympics Pennsylvania cookbook. I'd had it listed for some time. There was no interest. I got an offer for $4.88. I accepted it, and $1 of that went to charity. So, really, I got $3.88 before fees on this, but it sold. This is a 20-inch by 27-inch cross-stitch needlework fabric, and I sold it during a sale, I believe, and I believe I got $8.99 for it, which I paid, I don't know, maybe 50 cents for it, so it was an okay sale. This is a Lord's Prayer stamped cross-stitch kit. It was not completed. It was just for the kit, the fabric and the thread. And it sold during a sale, and I believe I got $12.99 for it, and I think I paid a quarter for it. As I mentioned in my December video, which if you haven't seen that, please subscribe and check out my other videos of what I've sold. I am getting out of the ugly Christmas sweater genre. It is not as profitable for me as it used to be. I think I paid $5 for this sweater. It sold on a sale, and I think I got $9 for it, so at least I got my money back. It's not that ugly, but people do buy Christmas sweaters, but not for as much as they used to. This is something you have seen in my other videos. I sold 2 more of these in January. I got a best offer of $25 each. These were in a box of this Mikasa High Spirits China. I bought 12 place settings for $18. And this is my I'm on my last dinner plate. So if you need this dinner plate, get it from me now because, I'm on my last one and two of them sold in January. This is one of my Bonanza sales. I did take a best offer on this. I believe it sold for $14. It's a Rubbermaid microwavable heatables coffee mug from like the 1980s. I remember when my parents got a microwave, my dad bought a whole bunch of this microwave kind of stuff, and I always look for it when I'm out at thrift shops, and I paid $1 for this. This is my other Bonanza sale. Was a new in box Withings Black Pulse wireless activity and sleep tracker, heart rate monitor kind of fitness thing. I had gotten it free and it sold at $56. About a year ago, I bought a whole handful of these Nurse's Prayer keychains, and I paid 29 cents each for them, and I've been selling them for around $5 each, quick and easy sale, and I normally wouldn't sell anything that low, but being a bulk listing and all that, it's quick and easy to do. I was accepting a lot of offers in January because I just wanted to move stuff out of here. This had been listed for over a year. I got an offer for $7. It's an embroidered Disney's Boardwalk Villas shirt. It's Disney original. I don't really even know what it is. Somebody else must, so it's old. This is another one of the hats from that lot that I had bought a while back. Interestingly, this has really had a lot of interest, and nobody has wanted it after, I answer the questions, whatever. And I sold it on best offer for $15 because when I got a best offer in, I just wanted to see the thing go because it really wasn't really priced that high. And, with all the questions, I just wasn't quite sure what was holding people back from buying it, but it sold. I bought over $200 of Christmas clearance candy this year, and it was worth almost $1,500. So I've been selling it on eBay, and of course, being Christmas candy, once it's no longer in stores, you can raise the price. And I believe I've averaged about $15 for 3 bags of these Tootsie Pops in the candy cane flavors. And I had 3 lots of them, and I sold them all. This is, I'm not sure if you say Atagiri, but it's a penguin coffee mug. I believe I paid 49 cents for it. One day I went into the thrift shop and there was like over a dozen penguin coffee mugs. So I thought, somebody liked penguins. I'm going to just buy them. And I was surprised to see this one was as valuable as it was. When I got home, I did take a best offer of $25 on it. This sold for $9. It's a cross stitch of the Prairie Schooler Wedding and Birth Samplers 3. I believe I paid 25 cents for this. I've had this for a very long time, so I was happy to see it go, even at $10. I believe I paid 50 cents for it. This is a sealed deck of Richardson Wayland Electrical Corporation of Roanoke, Virginia playing cards. I paid 25 cents for it, and one of the cool things about it is it's so old that it has the playing card tax stamp on it. This is a 1980s Miller Lite pinback button. I paid 25 cents for it, and it sold on best offer for $7. This is a lot of candy, 6 bags of this holiday mint M&Ms, and this is from my after Christmas haul. And I've sold 3 lots of this, and I have averaged, after like the shipping, I've gotten about $15 each. This is more the Christmas candy. I am at this point not even sure how much I made. I know I made a lot on it. So, I paid 85 cents a bag. I was selling them in about the $20 range for 6 bags, and buyer would pay shipping. So Thanks for watching. Be sure and subscribe.